Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adunola. Today we'll be talking about why looking poor is very important. So if you're interested in this topic, stay tuned. Number one reason it's important to look poor is for you to keep a low profile. Looking wealthy attracts a lot of things. Sometimes it attracts opportunities, no lies. The negative side of it is that it attracts fake friends. When there is money, you get a lot of people that just want to be around you because of your money. Because you'll be around so much negativity, you don't know who is real, you don't know who is fake. What is your reason for doing this? What is your reason for showing up? What's the reason for showing your latest expensive wristwatch, your latest car? For some people, they need to keep that lifestyle. For the likes of influencers, sometimes they need to show some luxury to attract the kind of brands they want to work with. When they make this money, they sell the courses to you, they make more money, and in return for showing the luxurious lifestyle, they get some beautiful brand deals and they make more money in turn, and they use more of that money to show you some other luxury. They keep making more money. So it depends on you. Do you just want to show this lifestyle for people to just see you? Do you just want to keep up with the Joneses, or you're doing it with an intention like that of a social media influencer? You need to keep this in mind, okay? Number two, you need to avoid the pressure of constantly looking rich. You see so many people like these influencers online. Okay, for example, I know an influencer. She makes videos and sometimes she creates content on luxury air. So she found out that most times air companies reach out to her to influence their air brands. And in this situation, what happens is that these air brands give her access to this luxury air. She hardly buys air. In fact, maybe 90 to 100% of the air in her closet is given to her by these air brands. But because you want to look like her, you want to keep up with the Joneses, you want to be the one in the room with the latest air, you take all your hard-earned money you're supposed to be investing and to be doing something better with your life, and you invest it into buying luxury air just to look like her, not knowing that she's doing that to make more money for herself. She has the air, then she makes the money. They give her the air, they give her money to make it. Who is giving you money to buy those air? So you need to be very wise, you need to be very smart on this social media street. You have nobody to show off to. Nobody really cares. I'm saying this again, nobody really cares what you look like. You're just giving them a show. And after 1 second, when they swipe through, hey, hi, you look good, girl. Hey, you know all those I could see on social media. After that, that's the end. So you need to really think about what you're doing again and be smart. If you have the money, please indulge, as long as you know that, okay, I just want to get something that I need. Number three, trying not to look wealthy helps you to invest in the right things, and it reduces unnecessary costs. When you're not trying to show off to anyone, you're not pressured to buy anything that you don't need. You buy what you need. Do what you have to do. When you get some bulk money, invest. If you don't get some bulk money from your regular income, you invest. You don't need to show off. But when you need something, of course, you don't have to look homeless just because you want to invest. On this channel, we are an advocate for looking good. You don't have to break the bank to look good. You don't have to spend all your fortune. You can look good spending minimally. And sometimes you also need to splurge on some things that you need. You can't say because you want to invest, you're not buying deodorants, you're not buying bathing soap, you're not buying body cream, you're not investing in what you wear, you're not investing in the quality of shirts you wear. You don't necessarily have to buy a designer, but you can buy quality that would last as long or even better than the designer shirts you're eyeing. If you want to spoil yourself and you've been saving up for this designer shirt, designer bag, or whatever you want to buy, please do. But just need to keep in check that I am doing the right thing. That's all we're saying here. Number four reason it is important for you to look poor is that your perception of money changes, your priorities changes. Instead of you going all out and buying wigs and buying the most luxurious cars and spending your life savings to make people notice you, your priorities change. You start to invest in your skill, you start to invest in your education, you start to invest in things that will make you better, which in turn in the future, those things you are looking like you're missing out now, you'll be able to get that and you get more. If you're already at a point in your life where you've done all that in your early years and you feel this is the time to be my best life, by all means, baby, live your best life. Number 5 reason it's important not to look wealthy is that it makes you more authentic, joyful, and simple. Look at the likes of Mark Zuckerberg. Of course, I found out that it's a particular designer that designs his t-shirts that look as random as any guy on the street. But just look at him. He's trying to hide his wealth, but he really cannot hide it. But at the same time, its outward appearance looks good, but not so exotic. You have peace of mind that you're looking good. Then the likes of Warren Buffett also. He lives in a minimalist apartment, just something he needs. He can afford to buy as many buildings as he wants anywhere in the world. But he's living a simple life, just what he needs for himself and his family, and that's all. Because at the end of the day, how many rooms can you sleep in? But if it's your style to buy the biggest house, as long as you know that you already have everything it takes to live a good life, and if your money crumbles today, you have things to fall back on, please buy your exotic house. The whole concept of this is just to say, looking simple, authentic, and happy is just the best way to have peace of mind. Little to not so many people pay attention to you. Reason number 6 is that it is expensive to look rich. Keeping up with the Joneses is expensive. Fake life is expensive. Why don't you just pay no mind to trying to impress people who do not care? To what point, to what end, to what extent, to what costs? Giving yourself headache, having sleepless nights because you are owing people. Some people go as far as owing different loan shark companies because they need to look good. In fact, some weeks ago, I found out that a particular lady who is always slaying. I'm not talking about your celebrity here. I'm talking about the regular girl on the streets that looks good, that is all made up, that wears the longest bone straight, most expensive designer bags, borrows from different loan sharks. In fact, borrowed from about 14 loan sharks. Imagine how her future would be. And at that point, she was still looking to borrow from a bank. Do you want that to be you? Do you want your future to be ruined? I'm very sure you would not want that, because whether that girl likes it or not, she will have to pay that money. And it might not be so easy for her when reality dawns. Number 7, people treat you more differently and it is more expensive for you, because when people see you with the exotic car, they assume that you have all the money in the world and they would bill you differently. In fact, I do something that anytime I'm going to get things, I'm going to the market, I'm not going to get makeup, I'm not going to look scruffy. I could just wear the jeans and a t-shirt, but at the same time, I'm not going to look my best, because I don't want a situation whereby if something is $10,000, someone is calling it $15,000 for me. Then I get home and I find out that I could have gotten it at $10,000 or even lesser than that. You can imagine. So you have to select the places you look good to. You have to know when to dress your best. You have to know when to be minimal about your looks. Trying not to look wealthy takes you out of survival mode. You're always on the go when you want to look like you already have everything that you have, because you won't be at rest. You want to grab all the money you can get when you're supposed to be relaxing and thinking of the next strategic step to make more money for yourself. You won't have peace of mind. So when you are at peace with yourself that, okay, this is what I have, this is what I can get now, I'm improving my money to make more money. Looking poor does not mean you should relent on making more money, okay? But you leave the survival mode when you stop comparing your life to that of others you see on the internet. It might not be as good as it seems. Number 8 reason it is important for you to look poor is that it helps you focus on what is really important, your priorities, your long-term vision. What do you need to do to get to the financial freedom you need? Who are the people you need to talk to? What kind of network do you need to build? Your thinking would shift from looking like to becoming. When you take your mind away from looking wealthy, you learn to become wealthy in the process. It is human nature to always compare yourself to others, and it impacts you negatively when you allow it affect you. The number 10 reason is that it saves your mental health. You are at peace with yourself, you are not running around, you are not being in the survival mode, and you are happy.